Every powerful man you admire, whether he's a leader, a CEO, a coach, or a warrior, has one thing in common: real influence. Not tricks, not charm, the ability to move people, to make others listen, follow, change, and commit. Influence is the foundation of power. Without it, you're just a guy with opinions. With it, you can lead nations, dominate industries, and build unshakable legacies. If you're tired of being overlooked, ignored, or underestimated, it's time to change that. Inside my private coaching program, I'll teach you the exact strategies to build real influence as a man. This isn't about fake tactics or people pleasing. It's about becoming the kind of man other men want to follow. So hit the first link in the description and get ready to lead. Now let's break down 5 real truths about influence and why it's the power behind every great man. Point 1. Influence starts with who you are when no one is watching. Here's something most guys don't understand. Influence is built in the dark. It's built when no one is watching, when there's no applause, no recognition, and no pressure to perform. That's when your real standards show. And influence always follows from standards. If your word doesn't mean anything in private, don't expect it to be respected in public. If you fold when things get hard, don't be surprised when no one wants to follow you. Influence begins with the integrity of your character, your consistency, your discipline, your emotional control. These things speak louder than any word. You can't fake influence. It's not something you turn on when you want something. It's something you cultivate through repetition, self-control, and delayed gratification. It's forged in the gym at 5 a.m. It's formed when you do the hard thing without being told. It's proven when you stand your ground even when it's uncomfortable. When a man walks into a room with built-in discipline and self-respect, he commands attention without saying a word. Men feel it, women sense it. You don't have to sell yourself. Your habits sell you. So before you think about influencing others, ask yourself, are you someone worth following? That's the starting point. That's the silent foundation of all influence. Point 2. Influence requires mastery over emotion, not emotionless behavior. Some guys think influence means being robotic, never showing emotion. That's not influence. Influence isn't about being emotionless. It's about controlling your emotions, not being controlled by them. A man who can stay grounded in chaos instantly earns the respect of those around him. Why? Because people are looking for anchors. In a world where most men overreact, spiral, or explode over nothing, the man who remains calm and clear stands out like a lighthouse in a storm. That's not to say never get frustrated or passionate. But when you can hold tension, stay focused, and lead with composure, that's real strength. People trust men who can control themselves. Because if you can't rule over your own mind and body, why should anyone trust you to lead them? Influence doesn't come from yelling, intimidating, or overcompensating. It comes from grounded authority. From being a man others know won't fold under pressure. And this is something you build over time. You build it by practicing restraint, by choosing your response instead of reacting on impulse. That's a test. Next time something triggers you, pause, breathe, decide how you want to respond. Don't give anyone the satisfaction of dragging you into their emotional chaos. Keep your edge, stay sharp, and remember, your ability to influence starts with your ability to remain unshaken. Point 3. Influence comes from making people feel understood, not dominated. Here's a truth that separates real influence from manipulation. People follow men who make them feel understood, not men who try to dominate them. You don't influence someone by overpowering them. You influence them by connecting with what they care about. Show them that you understand, and then offer a better path. Influence is persuasion, not just pressure. It's about leading people willingly, not dragging them against their will. When a man feels heard by you, he lowers his defenses. When he feels respected by you, he considers your perspective. And when he trusts that you understand him, he'll follow your direction. That's how you win people. Not through brute force, but through emotional intelligence and strategic thinking. The influential man knows how to listen. He knows how to speak to people's concerns. He doesn't necessarily shame them, he evaluates them. That's why true leaders have loyal men behind them, not because they demanded it, but because they earned it. Now listen, if you're trying to build this level of influence in your life, you need more than just theory. You need tactics, you need feedback, you need a system. That's exactly what my private coaching program is built to give you. You'll learn to develop influence in your personal life, your career, and your social circles. I'll show you how to win respect and leadership without selling out who you are. Join now using the first link in the description. Point 4. Influence comes from reputation, not just results. You might think if you just get results, money, status, a good body, then influence will follow. And sure, those things help. But what really builds long-term influence is reputation, your name, your track record, how men talk about you when you're not in the room. There are plenty of guys who've won short-term success, but lost their long-term influence because no one trusts them. They cut corners, lied, cheated, or just acted out of self-interest. Don't be that guy. Influence isn't about what you can do. It's about who you are over time. A man with a strong reputation doesn't need to prove himself every time he walks into a room. His name does it for him. People already know what he stands for. They already trust his word. They already expect him to lead with strength and integrity. That's the kind of influence that opens doors, attracts allies, and builds movements. So focus on your name, guard it, protect it. Every interaction, every promise, every decision, treat it like an investment in your long-term influence. You don't need to be liked by everyone, but you do need to be respected by the right people. And respect is earned through consistency. Ask yourself, what do most people associate with your name? Strength or softness? Clarity or confusion? Integrity or excuses? Your reputation is the silent force behind your influence. So build it like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Point 5. Influence grows when you speak with weight, not just words. The last point is simple but crucial. You don't need to say more. You need to say what matters. Real influence doesn't come from talking a lot. It comes from speaking with weight. Every word you speak should carry your character behind it. When you say something, it should land. It should mean something. And people should know that when you speak, it's worth listening to. That's a rare quality in men today. Most guys talk to fill silence. They ramble. They say things they don't really mean. And guess what? No one respects that. But when you speak with clarity, when you pause with confidence, and when your words align with your actions, you command respect. You don't need to be the loudest guy in the room. You need to be the clearest. You need to speak with authority, not arrogance. You need to mean what you say and say what you mean. And keep your words tight. The man who speaks with weight gains influence fast because people crave that kind of leadership. So if you want to be more influential, don't just talk more. Think deeper. Cut the fluff. Speak with power. Because in a world drowning in noise, a man who speaks with clarity becomes a signal everyone listens to. Influence isn't optional. If you want to lead, you have to protect. If you want to provide, you need influence. It's the backbone of masculinity. It's the skill that allows you to turn your ideas into reality, your leadership into loyalty, and your presence into impact. But here's the truth. Most men will never build it because they don't have the structure, the strategy, or the brotherhood to forge it. You don't have to be one of them. Inside my private coaching program, I will personally guide you to develop this kind of influence. You'll learn how to lead, how to command respect, and how to win in every environment you walk into. This isn't theory. This is real-world strategy built for real men. Click the first link in the description and join us now. Stop being the guy who watches other men lead and become the man that they look to. Your influence is your legacy. Start building it today. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.